If you're not at least keto, then you're wrong. Why do I say this? Because if you're not at least keto, then one of two things is true about you, which I'll get to in a moment. Now, this doesn't mean you're a bad person. I was there too. It just means your dietary choices are wrong. Because you've been hoodwinked, just like everyone else. Hoodwinked by the marketing messages, by Big Pharma, by the food industry. Now, when I say at least doing keto, what I mean is the whole ketogenic spectrum, from low carb and keto, ketovore, all the way to strict carnivore. And this is not a video to berate, but because I need to talk about this. Something's bugging me. You see, I saw someone the other day who just could not understand the negative impact that carbohydrates were having on her. She was sick, and she was also very conscious of her diet and eating patterns. And if you stood back and you looked at what she was eating and the problems she was experiencing, it was very clear to see what was wrong. But she couldn't put the pieces together because of the same problems that we all experience. The marketing messages and the misinformation. And this is bugging me. So many people out there think they're doing the right thing with what they're eating. They're doing their best, they're following the guidelines. They're following the guidelines and safe in the knowledge that if they slip up or they need to lose a bit of weight, all they need to do is increase their exercise. At least that's what they've been told. So I mentioned if you're not on the ketogenic spectrum, there's probably one of two things true about you. Number one, you're including processed food in your diet and you have no idea it's slowly destroying you. Or number two, you're eating a whole food plant-based diet and you're not getting enough nutrition. Now again, this is no one's fault. This is 100% down to the marketing messages we've received all our lives. Marketing messages that tell us that saturated fat is bad, that low fat is good, that seed oils are heart healthy, that food produced in a factory is better for us and the environment than red meat. So through this video, if I can convince just one person to change their diet to something on the keto spectrum, I'll be happy. And to do this, there are so many arguments I could use. I could talk about the production process and dangers of seed oils. I could talk about the high fructose corn syrup employed to make processed food ultra palatable. I could talk about all the artificial ingredients used that we should not be ingesting. And I could talk about the anti-nutrients in plants that stop you absorbing the vitamins and minerals that you need. But I'm not going to talk about any of that. Instead, I'm going to focus on just one thing. About how you feel. Are you feeling your best self? And if not, what do you think is causing that? Because it's most likely your diet. The marketing messages will have you believe it's because you're not exercising enough, or because your goals are not set high enough, or you lack motivation or self-discipline, or on and on. But ultimately, it all comes down to diet. When you're poisoning your body, that has flow-on effects. I know, I did it for decades. And when I stopped poisoning myself, things changed. Instantly. People lose weight when they stop poisoning themselves. People have more energy when they stop poisoning themselves. People are more productive when they stop poisoning themselves. People reverse their diabetes when they stop poisoning themselves. People reverse autoimmune conditions they've lived with forever when they stop poisoning themselves. So let's change the frame a little bit from the usual discussions. Who stands to lose when you're no longer unhealthy? When you no longer have diabetes and other conditions, who loses? Is it you? No. So who stands to lose? It's people selling you stuff to manage those conditions. It's all the associations who support your conditions. And all the people involved are not going to act against their own self-interest. No one in these organizations are suddenly going to come out and suggest that a proper human diet is a way of potentially reversing your problems. Their interest, if they're conscious, is to lead you in the exact opposite direction. It's just business. So you have a choice. Support business or support yourself. Guys, thanks for watching. Please don't forget to click like and subscribe, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.